because I don't want this one to get too long. But just as you go through, read the tool tips on what they do. I mean, you'll see you have different. See, this one doesn't tell you, but these guys do a rush. It says roll, DPS, and rusher. These guys are a range killer, so these guys actually jump and hit the back. So if you don't know how a troop's going to act, ask about it, or wait till you face it on defense, or wait till you see it in combat. And the biggest thing, and I'll say this too, I can't say this strongly enough, a lot of people max out their buildings. They get 2 heroes to max, they get 2 infantry to max, and then they quit the game. And they say, there's no update coming, this game is boring. Guys, you are nowhere close. Most players are nowhere close to finishing the current content in this game. How can you say it's a dead game when you haven't even finished the existing content? You say, oh, I'm looking for another Evolve to come out, or another update, major update to the game. Guys, you're not even done. Like, I haven't even finished upgrading all of these troops. I don't even know the different combinations and what they all do and how good they are, because I'm not there yet. So it's the same with heroes. How are you going to have 2 or 4 heroes updated and say, well, there's nothing else in this game for me? Because you're not even using all the combinations. So play around with them, the troops. Read the tool tips. When you get to a new Evolve, have a plan. Have talked to your alliance mates. Watch videos like this and say, what troops do I really want to use first in Evolve 5? So, and just have a plan. So that leads me right into how do I upgrade them. Simply put, you can upgrade troops with medals. It shows you right here what the upgrade currency is, medals or gems. So if I click on this, this one's in progress because that's for free. If I clicked on this, I wanted to upgrade. It's only 23,000 medals to do it. I'm actively upgrading this troop, so I need 1.97 million. Evolve 5 troops are really cheap to about level 95, and then they become very expensive after that. So get everything up to level 70 for free. How do you get them there for free? Well, we have the Hidden Cave. The Hidden Cave takes troops up to level 40. So if you look, all of these troops that I have already past level 40 are grayed out. And then all the troops that I have that are still available to level up are here. And you can see I've leveled everything up to about 13 or 14 or so. And then the training time is reduced in half. So 1 day, 6-hour training is going to be 15 hours and 21 minutes. Then you get alliance help on top of that. They actually go really quickly. I will say, you have a weekly mission for 10 troop type upgrades. You get 80 points from it. I will probably run out of those at some point, and I'm okay with that whenever it happens. So let's just finish this one off. Same thing. This one has a max level of 70. Current troops level 69. We're just going to finish that off, and that troop's no longer available. So I'll go and upgrade my remaining Evolve 5 troop, and I'll start that upgrade up to level 70. You just like heroes, you do get troop training speed ups. I have 30 days of those. The best way to get those is through spending silver keys in the vault, just like gold keys and hero training speed ups. If you go look at the rewards list, actually it doesn't tell you that, but you do get bonus speed ups when you do the silver keys here. Sorry, I don't have 10 times. I would do it for you, but I just don't have 100 keys right now. If you want to know how to get keys, I'll do a video on these later. Astral Island is going to be your best way to get keys. Check and make sure that you need the expansion items, and check and make sure that you have your astral item. Defeat astral gate bosses, 400. You can go here and you get 25 points every time you do one of these. You want to kind of keep your expansion items together, so I need 26 of each right now to go up to 180. And if you see, you get 10 silver keys as the reward for those. And some of them, the ones that cost 600, you get 20 silver keys for those. So this one costs 1,500 and you only get 20 keys. I wouldn't do that one. Anyway, so if you need silver keys and you're saying, well, how's the best way to stack up and make sure that I get to 700 of those? Check how much of the Star Force you have, and then you can keep your inventory, your expansion items the same level. Do those Astral Island attempts. Very good way to do it. And you get gold and metal bonuses for all these. Very good. You can also do speed ups like clock tower speed ups. Truthfully, I go for the expansion items. These, when you expand your storehouse, I'll do another video on this, it actually increases your population. Increasing your population increases the amount of gold you earn through tax rate. So that's why I do that instead of spell speed ups or whatever. Okay, so we talked about how to get silver keys. We talked about how to use silver keys, how to use metals, and how to use free training to upgrade troops. Now let's talk about the other important aspect of troop upgrades. So that's changing the level. Changing the level definitely increases your attack and your hit points. So if you go and you look, you say, I want to upgrade this. It tells you how much hit points extra you get, how much extra attack you get, and then you also get an experience and a might bonus for doing that. There's another way to improve the stats of your troops. The main way is here in the troop archive. There's plenty of information on these available. Personally, I went through and I made a spreadsheet of all of the bonuses that you get from all of the different families. These coins, you can check your inventory of these under antiquated coins. So goblin coins, I have 10 of those. I've got 52 demonic coins, 29 eastern coins. You do get these using silver keys. The best way to get those, though, is the vampire labyrinth. I'll do another video on that one at a later date. Contribute to the vampire lab. If you can't finish the vampire lab with 6,000 points every day, every time that's available, then you're going too fast. You need to slow down. You need to be able to get 6,000 points. The first stage, levels 1 through 10, when you complete that, you get 10 troop coins. The second stage, when you get 6,000 points, you get another 20 troop coins. So you get 30 troop coins for free, not including what you get from the levels. Stages 1 through 10, you get 3 troop coins that are shown. Stage 2, levels 11 through 20, you get 5 of whatever they show. The other thing is the back coins that you get themselves. You can buy troops that you didn't get. There's other things that you can spend them on, but definitely you want to spend them on your troop coins that are available. So create a list, priority list. You don't have to write it down. I did because I cared, but know what troop type you want to focus on, and then know what stats you want to do first. So for me, damage reduction was the single most important aspect that I could get. I quickly maxed out infantry damage reduction in the troop archives. Let me see. Where are they at? Crit rate. Burning Sand Brigade. Damage boost. Hit points. I don't remember. I didn't write them down where all the... I do have my sheet. I can probably go look them up real quick. But damage reduction is very important. Hit points are very important. There it is. There's the other infantry damage reduction, 10%. So definitely you want to get your 20% damage reduction bonus from troop archives. You want to get your 20% hit point bonus from the troop archives. I just recently finished that. I was very excited to do so. And then you want to pick, do you do critical rate and critical damage next, or do you do critical rate? I recommend damage reduction, hit points, critical rate, and then either critical damage or attack to be the next one to follow that, and then damage boost. I wouldn't go much further than those per troop because there are other troop types that you need, and it may be more important for you than say critical resist or evasion. Evasion is a very important stat for sure. I have infantry evasion and infantry critical damage finished here. Very important stat. So again, look through each family, find the troop that you want to do, and prioritize with that family. If I get those troop coins, what am I going to do? And then I prioritized all of them, and I said, well, I want to finish off infantry damage reduction. So anything I would spend back coins on went towards, I would wait until I had infantry damage reduction was available, whatever coin was for infantry damage reduction, and then whatever coin was for infantry hit points, and then whatever coin is for infantry critical rate. So the one that I'm currently working on right now in the troop archives is going to be Eastern, and I am currently collecting Eastern coins to improve my infantry critical rate. So this one will take it from 4% to 6.5%, so an extra 2.5% critical rate, a maximum of 10. So I still have 6% critical rate available through here. It's going to cost 60 coins to go up this 2.5%, and then 80 to go up the next 3.5%. So they are costly, but if you focus on one at a time and you knock those out, it makes a huge difference in your game. For example, so if we go look at where I'm at with infantry critical rate, 46.8. So I can add another 6% to that and get to 52.8% critical rate, which is just a really nice bonus. My critical damage, I recently changed it from critical damage to attack as the bonus, but I'm at 43% extra damage for critical there. And then where's my attacks? Attacks up front, right? Infantry attack, I am at 38.9%. So that'll be the next stat that I increase. And so trying to get that up to a higher level. That's where I say I have the most lacking on. If I can get 12% extra on that, that'll put me up to 50% attack bonus. That's pretty big. So troop archives give you allow you to pick and prioritize which troops you want to improve their base stats on. And War Monument does the same thing. So if you notice when you go under your upgrade details, castle level 21, well, it doesn't tell you here, I'm sorry. But when you go through your War Monument, I think it's castle level 8 that you unlock that, and then there's 4 upgrade stages to that. Wonders, War Monument. Yeah, 4 out of 4, and so you get 4 upgrades. I think castle level 21 is where you go to level 4. That gives you the widest range of attribute boosts, so 6 to 19% for most things, 18 to 57 for others, and then you get to pick, and so 15.8% is like 80% of the max. So that's all I did. I created a spreadsheet and I said, what bonus I have in there, what percentage of max am I? As long as I was 80% or higher of the max, I was good with it. I realized I'm not gonna get 100% on all of these. I did have max for support critical damage, max level 57%. That's the only one that I maxed out. Other than that, as long as 15.8 or higher, I was okay with it. So if you get that before, if you say you got 17% when you're at a level 3 War Monument, don't change it. Just stay with that. As long as you got above 15.8, stay with it for that stat. But know which stat you want to do. So again, damage reduction, hit points, critical rate, and attack. That's pretty standard for me through all of them. Yeah, critical damage on cavalry, that's fine. You just kind of go through and figure out which one you want to do. If you run out of these gems, you can spend the purple gems for that. I did. I'm not going to tell you to spend money or how to spend money. I spent the $20 for the growth fund, and I used those gems to set what I wanted here, above 80% on every stat that I wanted, and then I spent the rest of those gems on gold chest. So that's how I've spent. That's the only $20 I've spent on the game, and that's why I spent it. I wanted to set that War Monument stats to what I wanted them to be. As long as they were above 80% of what the maximum was, I was okay with it. So troop skills, your attack and your hit points, your damage reduction, all of those attributes that you see here under battle, your attack, your hit points, those can all be impacted by the troop hall archives, by the war monument, and then another way. And the final way to do that is through command skills. So if you look at Paladin, right now he's purple. So 10% hit points for infantry, 10% attack for infantry, 10% damage reduction for infantry. If I were to evolve him to gold, to mythic level, he gains an additional 5% hit point for infantry, 5% infantry attack, and 5% damage reduction. Those are passive skills. Those will always be in effect anytime I use infantry. So if you look at where I'm at right now, if I can get him to mythic, my attack and hit points go over 70%, and damage reduction goes over 50% on infantry. I know that I'm missing that right now. I talked about it under heroes. I know that that's the bonus, and it's something to work towards. So it's very important early on in the game that you make some decisions. Number one, am I going to go infantry? Am I going to go cavalry? Or am I going to go archer focused for damage and defense? And then I recommend infantry. I stuck with infantry. I think infantry is the best way to go. But you can pick on your own. A lot of people pick cavalry. That's absolutely fine. And then go slow enough in the vampire lab that you can get 6,000 points. Get the troop coins. Know how to spend your back coins for what you need in the troop archives. And basically focus on that one troop type and say, I'm going to take infantry. And, as I get different family back coins or different troop coins for different families, I'm going to stay with infantry. And I'm going to prioritize which troop I upgrade based on I want infantry done first. Some of them have multiple ones that are infantry. This one doesn't. This one's only does damage boost. So once I'm done with... I can spend those 10, if I could spend those 10 goblin coins on a different troop, I will upgrade. I'll prioritize the rest of those remaining, but I wanted the infantry done first. And then know which ones you're willing to spend back coins to upgrade. You should have a stat that says, I want to upgrade damage reduction. I want to upgrade hit points. I want to upgrade critical rate. I want to upgrade critical damage. I want to upgrade attack. I want to upgrade damage boost using these back coins. And you can do that in the gallery. Just know which family has that bonus for that troop and then spend your back coins accordingly when you see those coins available. You can spend gems to refresh if you have enough back coins. So I did that recently. I finished off Manic. The reason I have this infantry hit points set up, I had enough bat coins that I could spend by the last 40 coins, Manic coins that I was looking for. So I went ahead and used the gold gems to cycle through the gallery here until I got those Manic coins. Finished that upgrade off. Now I've completed my damage reduction. Now I've completed my hit points, and it's on to critical damage is the next stat that I'm trying to complete for infantry troops. Don't spread them out too much. Try to stay within one troop type, even throughout the different troop families. Try to stay within one troop type like infantry or cavalry first. It's going to pay dividends in the long run. So that's your ways to, upgrade, change the level of the troop and your way to improve the troop stats. Again, 3 ways: troop hall archives, war monument, and then hero evolves, change those stats as well. At the top levels in the game, minor adjustments to those stats. I mean, you're within a 1 to 2% difference at the top level with all the players. So you try to maximize those and make sure that you're following along with what they do. So then again, who should you upgrade? I kind of talked on this already. I recommend infantry. I really do. Nothing wrong with cavalry, nothing wrong with archers, but just because the Sohi and this damage reduction, do infantry. Focus on being able to beat the war college, being able to It's just going to help. You put the infantry on defense. Golly, I can't tell you enough how much I recommend infantry on that. So it's kind of a long video for the troops overview. I think I talked about everything that there is to talk about. I talked about specials. Different troops do different things. They leap, they stun, they heal, they charge, whatever. Let me do one more thing about that. For healers, there's only really 2 healers that you need to discuss in this game. This level 50 Sandstorm Sage adds 15% damage reduction to friendly troops. You get that at the beginning. The healers do not have to heal anybody or live or anything. You get that bonus, and it makes a huge difference. Then the Evolve 5 healers add 10% attack and critical resist, which is also a very important stat. Don't pass it up. There is an Evolve 3 healer. Make sure that I got the right one here. Yeah. That adds 15. Now that does it to specific troop types. I don't know which troop types. You have to play around with that. It doesn't really tell you which troop type it does. It just says that it does it. And then this Evolve 4 adds 20% hit points for your troops. That's really good with, say, cavalry or even Sohi if you need them. I mean, you can't go wrong with 20% hit points. Yeah, so that's a huge bonus as well. Wow, yeah. So focus on one troop type and then get those other support healers up. Figure out which one you want to use in your battle. I'll do some battle formation stuff later, but I wanted to do an overview for troops. What they are, how do you get them, how do you know which ones you want to level up, and then how do you truly level them up. So with that, if there's any questions, any comments, go ahead, leave those in the comment section of the video. I can get around to another video. We can discuss that later. Okay? Treadstone out.